I've coached people for more than 15 years, and I've noticed something about the clients who stay lean long term, the ones who lose the weight, get the body they want, and keep it without going back and forth over and over again. And this is going to surprise you, but they're not the people eating perfectly 100% of the time. They're not spending 2 hours at the gym every single day, and they're definitely not avoiding every carb, dessert, glass of wine, insert indulgence here. But there are 4 specific habits that I see over and over again in my clients who really look and feel the way they want to long term. And today, I'm going to share them with you. If you're new here, I'm Megan, and I've spent over a decade helping real people lose weight, build muscle, and just create sustainable habits to attain their health goals. So the first thing I see in these clients who look the way they want to look and feel their best is they cook at home, and then they actually eat what they cook. Now, please don't turn this off. This is something that if you are not into, I want to convince you it is worth it. Because if you want to have the body you want, if you want to feel good day in, day out, you have to cook. And you do not need to make this complicated, please. I do not spend more than 20 minutes on a meal. That would be a time suck, and I don't have that. I work. I'm a busy mom. I have a household to maintain. Being in the kitchen for an hour plus at a time, that ain't it for me. And it doesn't need to be for you, but cooking gives you the control on what you're putting in your body. The protein, the fats, the calories, the ingredients, the overall caloric density, but also the health factor of these foods, which calories in, calories out matter, but macros and micros count too for the body you want and looking the way you want. And a lot of clients will come to me and say, I eat at this restaurant. This restaurant is healthy. That restaurant is healthy. I have news for you. I have lived in some major cities. I have yet to find a restaurant that I trust implicitly to eat regularly at for my health goals. Now, I still go out. I go out a few times a week, but there is no restaurant that you will be able to eat at every single day that is going to do the same as you cooking your meals at home. Because you could eat a very similar meal at home, but it may be much more calorically dense and have some junk in it you don't really need for your health at the restaurant. So my advice to you on how to implement this is make eating at home the easy default option. You can still go out, you can still enjoy yourself, but you should be meal prepping or cooking a quick dinner, even if that is a grass-fed burger patty, some grilled chicken, lots of veggies. I'm not going to judge if you buy the frozen veggies and steam them in the microwave. We are just looking for better here. We're looking for micronutrients, macronutrients. And if you keep your fridge stocked with easy proteins to prep, poultry, fish, grass-fed beef, eggs, some dairy, and then stock up on some produce, veggies, high-quality fruits, and then maybe some easy, healthy carbs that are nice and simple and healthy fats, you are going to have multiple meals. And if you're struggling with what to eat, what to buy, what to prep to make things simple, subscribe, because we talk about that a lot here. Okay, the second habit of my leanest clients, and this is my favorite, is that they move and they enjoy it. Now, that doesn't mean my clients are doing the hardest workout. It's quite opposite. I encourage my clients to find the workout that they like, because if you don't like it, you're not going to stick to it. So we need to find what you enjoy that's also going to get you the body you want and make you feel good and feel accomplished. Because if you hate your workout, you are probably not going to stick with it. Do not go to the run club if you hate running. Do not pick up rock climbing if you're scared of heights. Find what you like and start. And a lot of times this looks like this. Strength training a few times a week. If you're new to it, hire a trainer, hire a health coach. Get into the fitness aspect of building some lean muscle, because that's going to help your metabolism, your hormones, your thyroid. Then find some cardio you like. And this, again, does not need to be running, biking, elliptical, Stairmaster. Please do not let social media convince you that you need to suffer through cardio to get the body you want. Again, that's not a requirement. You can walk, you can hike, you can play with your kids. This needs to be something that you enjoy and that gets your body moving, that you can stick to and do regularly day in, day out. The best piece of advice that I can give you that you'll pull from this video is that the best exercise isn't the one that burns the most calories. It's the one that you can look down the line 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now and still be doing. That is going to help you fall in love with the process and stick with the process, get the body you want, and keep the body you want. The third thing my most successful, leanest, healthiest clients do is they understand moderation. They may eat pizza. They may enjoy dessert. They may go on vacation and have a few drinks. They have fun. They enjoy their freaking lives. But their healthy routine is the default and they always return back to it. Moderation works when you understand what moderation is. Moderation is not Friday night, going out, getting drunk, Saturday, waking up, brunch with the friends, going back out Saturday night, Sunday being hungover, skipping your workout, eating fast food on the couch all day. That's 3 days gone. Moderation is a meal here or there. It's a birthday. It's understanding that you need to have enjoyment and social interaction and fun with your family and your friends, but you need to be able to return to the healthy routine that keeps you where you want to be. If you throw away your whole weekend from Friday to Sunday night, that's not going to work. And that's something you need to accept here and now. Every weekend does not get to be indulgent. If you are going out that night for a couple drinks with the friends, because that's what you do, or ice cream with the family, make that day healthy. Move, enjoy it, eat your veggies, eat your protein, eat your healthy fats, but then enjoy that treat at night and wake up the next day, go for a walk. Get back into your healthy, enjoyable routine. It cannot be a punishment, but moderation also can't make you spiral. And if you don't know how often you are going into moderation land, is it really moderation? I would take out a piece of paper. I would open up the Notes app on your phone and I would track the food, the junk, the calories that maybe aren't in line with your goals throughout a 7-day period and just see how off are you and how often. If it's more than a few times a week, you are not in moderation anymore. You might be in maintenance, but you ain't crushing any goals. You are not going to get the body you want unless you have moderation fun, but then you have a healthy, enjoyable routine that you ultimately return back to. And please do not the next day have guilt, have shame. Don't starve yourself the next day or throw in a punishment workout, because then again, that's not moderation, that's punishment. And this is going to be an endless cycle that again is not going to bring you the results you want. And what I like to encourage about my clients is healthy, enjoyable happiness most of the time with a good routine that you're confident in. That allows room for everything else in moderation, save a few things that might be no-nos. The fourth habit of my most successful clients, this is going to be one that's just about a non-negotiable, is that they know how much and what they are eating. Healthy eating doesn't always equate to the body you want. If you have specific body goals, losing body fat, gaining muscle, seeing visible abs, I'm here to tell you, you have to know what you're eating, how much, macros, calories, etc. Does that mean you need to track for the rest of your life? No, but it means if you don't know your macros, if you don't know what you're eating, if you don't know how to track, get with a knowledgeable coach to figure that out. And my call calendar is always in the description of my YouTube videos. Reach out to me if it's something that maybe you're really new to, and that's okay. But you need to understand calories, macros, protein sizes, serving sizes, quality of food, and what your individual body needs. You cannot just type things into a calculator. You cannot just guess or eyeball what you're eating if you have lofty body composition goals. It's that simple. Now, once you get to where you need to be, you don't need to track forever, but by then you have more wiggle room, you have more leeway, and you kind of know what works for you. And this is where I bring awareness over obsession. You don't need to obsess. This should not be stress, but you need to have awareness. You need to be realistic, because if you want the body you want, and you've got maybe some ways to go, knowing what you're putting in your mouth, knowing what it adds up to, knowing where you need to be to get those goals, that's going to make this so much easier. Okay, so the 4 habits of my leanest, most successful clients. They cook. They keep it simple and enjoyable. They move. They also keep it enjoyable. They enjoy life. Please, I hope you're seeing a pattern here. You have to like this process, or you have to learn to like this process. And lastly, the most unsexy of it all, they have awareness of what they're putting in their bodies, macros, calories, etc., and what their body needs to get the goals they want. So the bottom line is you need to have a healthy default, and you need to be able to enjoy your life at the healthy default and in moderation. You don't need another extreme plan. You need a healthier default. And if you like health and metabolism advice that is actually practical, please like and subscribe because that's exactly what I do every week.